Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world watching this. Today is Friday the 19th of April 2024. I'm at Rannoch Moor again, and I'm at a launch point that I have been before, and I'm going to be launching into Loch Ba, but tonight I'm going to be paddling the connecting river from Loch Ba to Loch Laidon and go to a campsite in Loch Laidon. So I was at Loch Laidon a couple of weeks ago, and for a couple of reasons I didn't manage to get to the campsite that I wanted to go to, mainly because of the winds and canoe, and I just settled for an alternative campsite, which was really fine and I loved it. Link to the video down below in the description. And I've got my kayak instead of a canoe. Now the challenge is getting all that stuff into my kayak and off to the campsite. That's the challenge, and a canoe is dead easy, but I've just had to think things out, and I've got a great surprise for you. I've got a new bit of kit. Now I'm not looking to review it because I don't kind of do those things on these trips, but I just want to showcase, highlight a new bit of kit that I've got, so look forward and watch out for that. Oh man, I don't know if I'm going to get it all in. Well, surprisingly enough, it all went in, which I'm really pleased with. So today it's a nice 5k's that way till I hit the sort of river that connects Loch Ba to Loch Laidon, and then it's roughly about another 5k's once I get past the river connector on Loch Laidon to the campsite. So 5k's, little trip, 5k's. Now the logistical problem that I have got is tomorrow morning I need to come back up the river. Now, I've thought about it, I've done a little bit of planning, and I've got my dry suit on just now, you've probably noticed. So I've got it on for a couple of reasons. One, there's 10 to 12, 13 mile an hour northerly winds coming down, so it's a little bit chillier. Two, I'm expecting to do some shallow water wading tomorrow to bring the boat back up the river. And three, if I am doing that shallow water wading, it's going to make me a lot more comfortable with my dry suit, and I've also got my big clumpy boots on. Anyway, so that's me. The boat's all packed, let's head off. Okay, and we're off. Okay, so I've stopped off for lunch on the island that I camped at the last time I was on Loch Ba, and it is very windy. It's gorgeous, look at this. However, it's lunchtime and I am famished. So what we've got is, we've got our favourite wraps, fish, some sauces, some dill, and little goodies to sprinkle on top. Yum yum. Let's get stuck in. Yum yum. so good. Yum yum. That was lovely. I've got room for one more. The sauces are really good. The peri peri lemon and herb sauces are really good, and it's sweet chilli salmon with some capers, chilli and dill, and a little sort of drizzling of lemon, and I've got lime. So let's make number 2. Last bit. That was scrummy, yummy yummy. It's really nice, just sort of, there's another couple of chaps that are camping on the island over to your left, to my right. I suspect there'll be more coming in tonight. Friday, cracking night, it's going to be a cracking night, the wind's dropping down, or that's the forecast. Zero chance of rain. I'm expecting this Loch Ba area to be reasonably busy for campers tonight, but I'm heading that way. Thank God for the dry suit! It's just absolutely stunning out here on Rannoch Moor on Loch Ba. So rather than sort of horse it all the way down, or you know, I'm in no rush to get to the campsite. I've just stopped off at a little sandy beach and just admiring the scenery. It's just gorgeous. Oh, look at this. We won't do it justice though. Beautiful. Back into the wind now. So excited, I can't tell you how excited I am, and I'm sorry about holding the mic like this. I'm just not set up properly, but I just couldn't wait to get on camera just to let burst with my feelings. So what is it all about? I've got my new tent, Vern 2, and it is a proper 2-person tent. As for this precise moment just now, I've just done my sort of kayaking trip. I've got all this room. I can strip off, I can get changed. I've got behind you, not going, but I want to do it. Oh no, anyway, behind you I've got a whole bits and bobs of gear, and then in this sort of vestibule area here, I've stowed most of my kayaking gear, like some of my buoyancy aid, my spray deck, blah 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 blah. It is just so much more functional. and I'll give you a better tour just shortly, but I just wanted to go, woo! I love it. Brilliant. And you can see that I've got my buoyancy aid, my deck, and the footprint through that vent there, and I can store more wet stuff in there if I want. So really I think that's going to be like my wet area, and the one on your right, my left, will be my sort of, I don't know, dry area, I guess. How fantastic. And look at the head height. I'm about 182 centimetres, I think, about 6 foot. I'll check the measurements and put them on the screen. And I'm sitting on my sort of foam mat, and I've got plenty of headspace. So this is fantastic, guys. This is fantastic for me. Up, two-person tent, and it's the one with the stove. So there's the stovepipe jack, and I'm going to use that for next winter coming. An armadillo, crocodile. Fantastic looking bit of kit, is it not? It's there, and I don't know, I haven't staked it all the way round, and I haven't guided it all the way out because it's not going to be that windy. There's stakes at this end, that end, couple on the side, couple on this side, and there's 3 sort of guys here that have been guided out. Great night tonight, wind's going to be dropping, but that tent, man, it's just fantastic, I love it. Went into my kayak. So in my kayak, which is my Dagger Stratos there, I managed to get my Nortent Vern 2, including the footprint, my winter sleeping bag, my closed cell foam mat, my air bed, my chair and my tarp. I never really skinnied out on much stuff. I didn't think I was going to get it all in. So I even brought some firewood and the usual beer and lots of nice food. Right, you can fit more things and sort of, you'd be surprised you could get a bigger tent. Anyway, listen, I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just pretty excited because this is my new tent that I've got, and I'm going to be using it for the foreseeable future. And I've got it because of the height that it gives me, the room and that sort of sleeping space, and the 2 vestibules that I can put all my kit in. It's not like going into one of these coffin type tents. So, because it's got quite a big side here, and there's 2 vestibules, and each vestibule has got 2 doors. And because of that, I can sit this side and have this door open, access to my tent, and it's not sort of sucking it away. And the other thing is it's also creating a bit of a wind block for me too, so it's really quite good. So before I get my dinner on, and I've got a cracking dinner for myself tonight, I'm hoping it's going to work, but we'll find out. I'm going to have a beer and enjoy the scenery, the tranquility and the wind. Cheers folks, thanks very much. Right, okay, I need to get over that. It's going to take me a while. Anyway, listen, it's still very windy outside, and I'm going to have to cook in the tent. I know, shock horror. The thing is, I've got the stovepipe jack here, so in the winter time I'm going to be having a hot stove in the tent anyway, albeit this shell might not be here, but you know, anyway, I don't normally do it, but I'm cooking in the tent. So let me tell you what's for dinner tonight. Potato. We've got some broccoli in here. I've got flour, breadcrumbs and 2 eggs in here. I've got two types of fish. I've got salmon and a smoked fish here. I've got chives, I've got leftover dill, oil, and I've got some nice jasmine rice. So that's the plan for tonight. I'm making fish cakes with rice and broccoli on the side. I've got no idea how it's going to turn out, but that's the sort of plan. I'm sure it'll be yummy scrummy, he says. Okay, so potatoes, fish, breadcrumbs, egg, flour, rice, broccoli, fish cakes, let's go. To make this work a little bit easier and for the potatoes to cook down a little bit better, I'm going to chop them up. So far so good. That's the potatoes on. 40 minutes at least. And whilst I'm cooking dinner, how fantastic is that? About this tent, I can sit up, cook. I've got one of 4 doors open, sheltered from the wind, and I've got a stunning view, stunning view. Anyway, listen, that's not why I'm calling you up for a wee check-in. Not because of the view, although it is cracking. I think the fish cakes is a little bit ambitious. But I think it's just going to be too much for tonight. So I've got plan B. So I've got my fish, salmon, smoked fish. I'm now thinking that I'll coat it with a flour, dip it in the egg, breadcrumb it up, and then have like fish bites in the frying pan with cooked potato and broccoli. That's going to be less messier, I think. So whilst the potatoes are cooking, I can get the fish bites all breadcrumbed up. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be messy, so see how we get on. Don't know if you can see this. Raw salmon, smoked fish, flour, egg. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to try and think too much, because if I think and plan, oh crikey makey. Okay, so there's the egg. Okay, so there's the egg. If you can see this bag, I think that's where the fish are going to get fired into. There's the flour. Okay, so let's get this process started. So okay, from flour to egg to breadcrumb. I can't believe, if you've seen that, how did that just work so well? Right, let's not think. Flour to egg to breadcrumb. Okay. Right, for whatever reason, this is working really well by the looks of it. Flour, egg, breadcrumb. Okay, things have progressed, and for the salmon bits, I kind of chopped them up before I came out here, a lot smaller than the smoked bits. So I'm trying to speed up the process. So they've been dipped in flour, they're all in egg. And yep. Oh, what a great production line. This is what that is. Oh, look at that. It's like a big heebie-jeebie snorter. Okay, Karen, what do you think? Because we were chatting about this before I came out, and it was going to be fish cakes. What do you think of this? How fantastic do they look? Right, so the plan is, I've got the broccoli is going to go in with the potatoes, because the potatoes are already nice and soft. So it's just a transfer of the broccoli. There we go, some lots of oil there. I'm not going to be pretty. Right, there we go. Done it in batches, but that doesn't look appetising. You can see the nice little crispy bits there. I've added a little bit more oil and I'm just letting it sit and cook, and it's all firmed up and it's like fish from a fish and chip shop. And then you've got these little bits down here that are just super crispy and yummy and gorgeous. Woohoo! My dinner's almost finished, and I think what I'm going to do is just have it in the tent tonight, because if I go outside the temperature is going to drop like a stone and the food will get cold really quickly. So I'm comfortable here and I'm just going to enjoy my food in my tent. But you've got to remember, what you guys don't see is, although you're looking at the tent just now, just let me sort of turn around here. So as I'm leaning back, I'm looking out to that view. And that's just, now I've got my potatoes. Oh. Broccoli and fish. Yum. How does that look? Oh yeah, I've got the camera. Oh, it's all steamy. What's getting filmed, where's getting filmed, but I'm going to sit back, enjoy this, looking at that, and enjoy my dinner. I'll report back later. Piri piri, a kick. Oh my golly gosh. Oh, I'm stuffed. For a snooze, I'm not really. There's an irony here in the fact that tonight isn't going to go below freezing, but because the north or the northerly wind, it is bitter. It is so cold just now. It's colder when it was -5, if you can get your head around that. The wind is just bitter, but we're having a great night. Moon's out. The flames are going that way with the winds, and the winds died down considerably. Oh, that's the sun starting to set. The wind has dropped down dramatically now. Okay, so that's me done for tonight. I've had some fantastic dinner. I'm absolutely stuffed, and I'm going to have a few beers, watch the sun go down and head to bed. Night night. base camp. Base camp on Loch Ba, Rannoch Moor, Scotland. Survived. How do I look? Do I look baggy? Baggy. Anyway. Yes, good morning from base camp. So I made it, I survived, and what a morning it is absolutely beautiful. It is beautiful here this morning at base camp. The wind, as forecasted, has died down to arguably zero. Talk about zero, you won't see it just now, but right along that sort of waterline there was a film, just a little bit of a film of ice. So it certainly was it was down to almost freezing. It was a cold one. I wasn't cold, I was toasting warm with my fabulous, gorgeous, beautiful, sexy, intoxicating Nortent Vern 2. Anyway, I was in my tent last night with my sleeping bag, so that was good. Nice and toasty. Great room, or lots of room, lots of space to move about and to put your kit, and that's what I like about that, amongst other features. Anyway, breakfast is on the go, so look at what we've got for breakfast, and I've got a kit bomb on the go too, so there's a kit bomb on the go. So the pot here, which will take about 45 minutes, some steam, is the water for the coffee. So we've got Taylor's Roast 6 coffee this morning, fresh milk, brown sugar, and some milk powder. I quite like adding that. And then we look at this, we've got bacon, lettuce and tomatoes. Yum yum folks. BLT wraps for this morning's breakfast. And it's fresh water, so this is fresh water that I brought with me, which is okay. So I'm going to transfer this to this flask, this mini flask, to keep it warm. Okay, so that's the hot water for the coffee. Might not look appetising just now, but give it 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You can see of that. Line this morning is, so I've got mayonnaise, got lettuce, freshly cut tomato, good. Served in a fashion. I'm lucky I can do this. So that's breakfast smashed, and that was really good, really tasty, enjoyed that was good. Okay, so phase 3, 4, 7, 10, don't know, so we're at striking the camp. Now, one of the good things that I like about this tent is that it's freestanding. So what I've done is, I've moved it from where it was here, and at the time it wasn't in the sun, and I moved it to the sun, just to dry out before I sort of stow it away and pack it away. So I'm going to have to move it back into the sun where it was. But I like that. Okay, so there's stuff being ready at the kayak, a little pile here. I'm going to finish my coffee, and there's the kit I'm going to get changed into over there. And here's Rannoch Moor. I like that. I just realised why I'm turning so much. I don't have my little rudder skeg thing down. Let me turn you around. Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Did they fancy it, did they? Right, listen, take it easy. If you go out there within a group or on your own, be safe, do the right thing, make good judgments, and catch you on the next adventure before hitting more rocks. Hasta luego.